Ciao guys, ciao a tutti and welcome back to It's Delicious. Today we're going to be making Amatriciana alla Franco. The reason I said alla Franco is because this is a little bit of an invention that I made. It's not a traditional classic Amatriciana. I tried it in my restaurant and it was the second most selling pasta on the menu. The top selling was the spaghetti vongole, which I'll make in another video. But this one here, the Amatriciana alla Franco, was really popular and sold very well. So I want to make it for you. The reason why it's not a classic Amatriciana, in a classic Amatriciana you don't use garlic and you use guanciale as the meat. Guanciale is the cheek of the pork. Guancia is cheek, guanciale, it's the cheek of the pork which is cured, the same way you would cure a coppa or a pancetta, and it's cured the same way. I don't use that because it's impossible to find here where I am. So I use bacon, and I do put garlic, and I put red wine instead of white wine. So there's a few differences, but you know, Amatriciana you can find in really any restaurant. This has got a little bit of a twist and it tastes nice. Okay guys, so what you're going to need to make this dish is your normal salt and pepper, and then chicken stock powder. It just gives it a nice flavor. So chicken stock powder, if you can't find that, get a normal chicken stock and mix it with a bit of water just to get a little bit of chicken stock into your dish. Then we're going to need your fresh basil, 3 cloves of garlic, and a packet of streaky smoked bacon. Then you've got your tomatoes. I use the chopped tomatoes for this one, not the whole peeled, because I'm not going to liquidize it, and I like nice pieces of tomato in this Amatriciana. So I've got the chopped tomatoes. I couldn't find the Di Vella, the ones I usually use, so I'm just using this one here. It's Serena. I've used it before, it's not bad. And then some extra virgin olive oil. And then of course, your vino rosso, your red wine. Okay guys, so I'm going to get started now and I'll show you exactly how to do it. It's very quick, very easy. By the time the water boils for your pasta, this sauce will be made. Allora, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to chop everything up. Okay, even the basil. We're going to chop it up into like little strips, quite small, so that it's basically going to be in every bite of pasta that you take. So we're going to chop the basil up. I don't normally do that in other sauces because I just let it cook and then I take it out. But this I leave it in. It just tastes nice with that nice hit of basil. I'm going to finely chop the 3 cloves of garlic, and I'm going to cut the bacon into little cubes. So I'm going to chop that all up now, and then we're going to take it from there. Okay guys, so the first thing we're going to do, just put a little bit of olive oil into your pan. I've got it on high heat. And the first thing that you have to do is fry your bacon. Now you can see I've chopped it up into little pieces. So I'm just going to get it basically frying, and then I'm going to turn down the heat, and we're going to cook it a little bit until the fat goes sort of a little bit transparent. So let's let this cook a little bit. Okay, so now it's on high heat, you can hear it's frying. I'm going to turn the heat down, right down, and it's going to cook on very low heat just until this the fat goes transparent. So we'll let this cook a little bit, and then I'll show you. So you're just basically looking for the fat to change color. Okay, so you can see that it's beginning to turn nice and transparent, the fat. Okay, so now what we do is we put in the garlic. You don't put the garlic in sooner because otherwise it's going to burn. By the time the bacon is ready, the garlic will have burnt. So now we're going to put in the garlic. We're going to let that fry up a little bit. Okay, so now it's been frying a little bit. You can see the garlic is now beginning to get a nice color as well. Beginning to go a nice golden brown color. So now what we have to do, now you've got this on high heat. Okay, I put it on full heat again because we're going to add the wine now, and the wine needs to reduce. So I put in half a glass of wine. Half a glass of red wine. Stir it up. It's on high heat. It's going to reduce. Okay. So now you can see it's bubbling pretty hard. I'm going to reduce the heat again and let it just bubble slowly like that. Look how the bubbling has gone right down. We're going to do it like this so that it reduces, and then we're going to carry on. Okay, so you can see now it's reduced nicely. So basically you're getting rid of all the liquid. So now it's gone. The taste of the wine's gone into the bacon and the garlic. It's made this nice beautiful mixture, which we are now going to add the tomatoes to. So you see guys, this is why I put it on a low heat, because you don't risk burning it. If you put it on a high heat and you try and reduce it, it goes too fast and you're going to burn everything. Okay, so that's it. Now we just put in our tomatoes. So you see the chopped tomatoes are nice because it just gives a nice texture to everything. Amatriciana, you don't use, you mustn't liquidize your tomatoes with Amatriciana. I'm going to turn up the heat again just to get it to a nice boil. Mix it all up. Okay, so we've got a nice simmer going on. I'm going to turn the heat down again just to keep the simmer going. We're going to let it simmer like this for 10 minutes and no more. Okay, that's all you're going to do. What we're going to do now, okay, so I like a lot of pepper. Again, it's up to you. A lot of pepper, and then instead of salt, be careful now, the bacon is quite salty, so be careful with your salt. I'm not going to use salt, I'm going to use the chicken stock powder. But that really is entirely up to you. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that. And then the ingredient which I forgot to tell you about, the main one, is the chili. So I've just got some dried chili here. Now your Amatriciana has to have a bit of a bite. Otherwise it's not Amatriciana, it's just sugar with bacon. So okay, I've put in my chili. Again, that's all, you know, depends how much you want it to bite. I like a lot of chili, you've seen in my other videos. So I put in quite a lot of chili. I put my pepper and I put my chicken stock powder, which you can use salt instead if you don't like chicken stock powder, or chicken stock even for that matter. You can just buy normal chicken stock and put it in here. Okay guys, so everything is in. Like I said, let's let this simmer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes only, and we'll take it from there. Right, so it's been simmering for 10 minutes. So now we're going to switch it off, switch the heat off, and put your basil in. You put it right at the end so that it keeps its nice fresh taste. It doesn't cook away in the sauce. That's it. So put your basil in, stir it up, and your amatriciana alla franco is ready.